not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And the pistol, Jackson ready. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. In motion comes Andrews. Here's Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. This into the hands of Flowers for the jet sweep. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's 3rd and 2. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Play action. Here's Hurts. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to be third down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. A first down throw for Jackson. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Here's third down and a few inches. On the ground, Gainwell. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touch.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
In motion comes Andrews. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
The speed on display. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens will take a 14-6 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Britton Covey now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He's got this one complete to Goddard. 14 on the pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On play action, Hurts. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll try to run here with Barkley.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And he's going to have the Eagles' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. 63. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Operating from the gun, here's Hector. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. So out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move back to within 1. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. To the air one more time with Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So the Eagles will use their 1st timeout here. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This one runs out of steam off the crossbar and comes back. No good. And they'll remain out front by 1. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On play action, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. Now Gainwell. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. That one incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got a man. Take it in for 2. And we are all tied here in the 3rd quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, It's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Got his man at the 6. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Eagle. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Barkley. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Hurts to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles go up by 7, 28-21. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's caught. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that...
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. In the pistol, Jackson ready. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Bateman is the motion man. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They send him right out of the slot. He'll try and run for this with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Here's a run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A run with Barkley. It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down. Barkley. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd down. Now Barkley. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And the Eagles are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter? Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
One more time, they try Barkley. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Milton Williams showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. And he is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. To throw is Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. Now inside the 25. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll go to Barkley again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now a 3rd and 6. In motion, Aguilar. Here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley, and it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 2nd down and 8. They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Jackson now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On target to his man, Likely. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles,
might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A handoff, Barkley running left. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way.
Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how it... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
In motion right is Aguilar. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson on the move to his left.
That is caught.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. Again, Jackson.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, good move. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 29. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On third down, Barkley fighting his way through contact. And they'll get this down to the 10. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's Barkley on the counter. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Running left, it's Barkley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jackson.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
They go play action with Jackson.
He'll buy some time right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Jackson.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to...
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Nolan Smith. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Rolling to his... And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they'll indeed take a knee. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they take a knee. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal from 28 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides can